I'm Ginger Conlon, Editorial Director of One-to-One Media, and I'm here at the Gartner Customer 360 Conference, and I'm talking to industry executives to get their opinions on several topics. The question on hand right now is, why has trust become such a hot-button issue? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm MJ Crabber-Barris, Global Product Marketing Director with Inforce CRM Epiphany. And, the thing about customer trust is that in the old days, building that trust with the customer was something that you should do. In the new days, in this new world, with social media, with all the impact that customers have, with their ability to communicate well beyond the sphere of who their neighbors are across the fence, it's more and more critical to gain that trust, to retain that trust, and the benefits that organizations can reap from doing that are, multiple folds greater. Now, the ways that you might go about doing that really start with what your marketing strategy is, and that strategy really needs to take the customer into perspective first and foremost. And that's important. It's always been important, but again, it's even more important now because of that ability of the customer to communicate and that ability of the customer to respond. When something negative happens, in the old days, I told my friends and my family. Now, I tell my entire network. And it doesn't matter if I'm on Twitter, if I'm on Facebook, or I'm on LinkedIn. I can still communicate to far more people than I used to. So, trust is something you should do, but trust is also something that you must do in today's environment.
Mark Myers, Director of Product Marketing at Vivissimo. Customer trust has become a hot-button issue because, for several different reasons. One is the commoditization of products in the world today. There's very little differentiation in some markets between products, and the way customers differentiate between companies is by identifying with the ones that they trust. So the ability of your customer-facing professionals, your general brand to make a connection and build trust with your customers is critical, and that's why it's a hot-button issue. It also costs a lot more to acquire new customers than to cultivate the ones that you have. So companies who can develop that kind of trust will have much higher sales margins.
Hi, I'm Craig Dewar, Director of Marketing for Customer Service at Microsoft in our CRM business. And customer trust is a critical issue. I think when you look at why it's so important today, I have some personal experience having been at Microsoft when we got on the wrong side of that in years gone by. I think it's easy to lose customer trust. All it takes is one misstep by a company, an accidental disclosure of a person's information, an inappropriate use of a person's information, something that takes you off track from the contract that you have between yourselves and that customer. And it's very hard to earn that back again. So I think it's a top-of-mind issue for customers today because they're seeing an increasing abuse of their privacy by a variety of different companies, and particularly in the use of that information for marketing.
Dave Capuano, Vice President of Marketing for Vivisi, a Variant Company. Customer trust is such a hot-button issue this year because products and services have commoditized so much. Barriers have been broken down. Companies like Google are doing things now like such as offering news. Amazon has kind of turned retail on its head. Companies like Apple have turned the PC market upside down, and really the one area where companies can actually differentiate themselves is through customer experience. Customer experience is all about building that emotional tie with your customer. That's why trust is such a hot button issue this year.